Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. It was a blockbuster Saturday, two games in the IPL. The games are coming thick and fast, and would you believe it? Chennai Super Kings and the Mumbai Indians losing four games in a row, opening four games. It's not the first time for the Mumbai Indians. They've recovered from this before, but with 10 teams, it's going to be a bit difficult for Chennai. I think it's the first time they've lost the first four games in the history of their franchise. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a big, big thing. And yeah, who would have thought? Yeah, like I felt that Chennai in the auction didn't have the greatest of auctions, and you can see some weaknesses there, and Mumbai as well. But like you didn't expect both of them to lose four games in a row. Maybe they would have on and off season, but so far the start has been really bad. And now let's see how they make up. If you look at the last game that just happened, RCB versus Mumbai. Again, Mumbai, batting first, didn't have enough runs on the board. Surya Kumar, exceptional inning, 68 of 37. But apart from him, nobody else contributed too much. Rohit Sharma got a start. Ishan Kishan got a start. No one capitalized. I think, even Rohit said in the press conference, the post-match conference, that, it wasn't a 150 pitch, and I thought it was like a 180 pitch. So again, this time, I think the batting did let them down. We could say the other games the bowlers did, but in this game, apart from Surya Kumar, no one contributed. There's like three ducks there: Tilak Verma, Karan Pollard, and Ramandeep. No, sorry, two ducks, and Ramandeep made six. So yeah, I think that's where Mumbai kind of lost the game. In those middle overs, losing too many wickets, 90 for six, it becomes very difficult to recover from there. And although Surya Kumar played so well, brilliant shot selection. The guy, I think someone, I forgot who it was. I think it was Ian Bishop tweeted that Surya Kumar has three shots for every ball that he faces, and that's the talent of the man. And he showed that on display today. But unfortunately, he didn't get he didn't get the partnership, he didn't get the support that was required in this situation, and Mumbai just didn't have enough runs on the board. If you look at it from RCB's point of view, Hasaranga, brilliant, 4 overs, 28 runs, 2 wickets. Again, I mentioned yesterday that he might be that mystery bowler who Mumbai will find difficult with an inexperienced middle order, and that's exactly what happened. He bowled really well. Yes, he will have his off days, he will get hit, but if he, more often than not, he's picking up wickets in almost every game, and it's really helping RCB. Why didn't they retain Chahal? And that's not Hasaranga's fault, right? He's there. It's not his fault. He's there. He was bought, and now he's showing the numbers. So you have to praise him, and it's good to see RCB support him like that. David Willey was magnificent. New ball specialist, power play specialist, 2 overs, 8 runs, economy of 4, excellent bowling there. And they're using him particularly for the power play. We didn't see him the death overs. Maybe one or two overs in the death from him would be good, just to gauge how good he is at the death. But I felt he bowled superbly well. And Akashdeep as well, him and Harshal Patel. Harshal Patel has been great in the last maybe 2 seasons. He's been outstanding. The slower ball has become very deceptive for the opposition teams, and even the death overs, he comes in when required and puts on a show for RCB. Shahbaz Ahmed, okay-ish, 9.5 economy, but yeah, not going to criticize him too much for that. Overall, it was a very good display. You can say Surya Kumar, RCB let things slip when Surya Kumar was hitting, but that's what can you do? He was in great form, and he batted really well, and it's difficult to stop someone like that, especially when he has shots all over the park. No matter where you change the field, he'll hit the ball where the fielder isn't there. So I think, and it 90 for 6. After that, even a flourish like that, a score like that from Surya Kumar didn't really affect RCB too much. And you saw that in the second innings. Faf started off slowly, but Anuj Rawat, brilliant. 66 of 47, 6 sixes. 2 4s alongside Virat Kohli, 48 of 36. They both batted really well. It was a two-pace kind of pitch. I felt it wasn't that easy to bat on, but they really made the most of it. Ran between the wickets well until the end when Rawat got run out. But some cracking shots from Virat Kohli. The pull shot, the punch, the back foot punch, and the cover drives. He was in full flow. Virat Kohli, is good to see him bat like that. And this was that perfect chase for him. On a like a different kind of wicket. 150, 160 is something that Kohli is comfortable chasing, and he showed today why so. And it's good to see him get runs under his belt. Hopefully, that'll give him a lot of confidence. But Anuj Rawat, I felt that the way he played the spinners as well, Murugan Ashwin, and even the fast bowlers, he was excellent. And it's good to see that confidence now. And now this RCB batting lineup suddenly looks so strong. Faf, Anuj, Virat Kohli, Dinesh Karthik, Glenn Maxwell, and then you have Willie, Shahbaz Ahmed, and Hasaranga who can all bat. And we saw what Shahbaz Ahmed can do. So, and Harshal Patel as well can hit. So they're batting till till 9, and then you have Siraj and Akashdeep who'll swing at it. So this RCB batting lineup is looking very strong now, and it's looking like a good team. It's coming together. I think Faf captained well. Yes, I think the last 4 overs of the bowling innings he would want to improve on that, but apart from that, it was a good good day on the field for him, and for RCB, excellent for them. Now it's what, 3 wins and 1 loss, and things are looking good. And with this batting lineup, they can go really far. So yeah, congratulations to RCB. I think a wonderful performance by them. Now let's just go to the other game, the game that I was really interested in as a Sunrisers fan, CSK versus SRH. Whoever lost would have, uh, you know, it would have been really bad, and CSK is the one who lost. But Sunrisers thankfully showing up, and the faith in the youngsters has finally paid off to a certain extent. Abhishek Sharma, man of the match, 70 runs, excellent batting. Me myself, I criticized him. Mulli Karthik said that also in the post match, that he was also someone who doubted Abhishek Sharma opening the innings. He should come in the middle order maybe, but he proved the doubt was wrong. And the Sunrisers, I think, be extremely happy today, just because they put so much faith in the youngsters, and they were criticized heavily, like in the auction, after the auction, during this season so far. They've been criticized heavily, but you have to credit them. They're backing the youngsters, they're giving the youngsters the platform, and someone like Abhishek Sharma, scoring innings like this against Chennai Super Kings, against Bravo, Jadeja, Dhoni behind him, it'll do a world of good to his confidence, and great to see him a bat like that. I felt Sunrisers, they set it up really well with the ball. The Marco Janssen pick instead of Romario was a good pick, and 4 overs, 30 runs, 1 wicket, excellent economy. I think Washington Sundar was the best out of the lot. 4 overs, 21 runs, 2 wickets, and this is exactly what they wanted, Sunrisers, from Washington Sundar. Of course, they're missing Rashid Khan or SRH, but Washington Sundar last couple of games was expensive, but he came in today very economical, bowled a tight line, didn't give too much to the batsman, and he picked up wickets. That's exactly what they wanted. Natarajan was superb again, really good bowling. Bhuvneshwar, slightly expensive, but picked up a wicket. I think him and Natarajan are slowly getting into the groove. Natarajan, and then Umran Malik, I think, again, slightly expensive. The pace kind of an issue. That's something that he'll want to focus on, trying to vary his pace a bit and be a bit more consistent. But when there is a hint of purchase, I think Ron Malik will exploit that. And you always have Karthik Tyagi as backup as well, Sunrisers, so they do have options. Aiden Markham as well came and did a job. And also, I just wanted to mention, in the second innings, Tripathi's innings was outstanding, 39 or 15. He's in really good form. Even against Lucknow, he batted really well. Unfortunately, he got out and they couldn't finish the game, but today was there to finish the game, and it was excellent batting from him. Strike rate of 260, brilliant shot selection, and I think a really good performance from Sunrisers. 8 wickets. You could say that this game could have gone either way, with CSK better history against SRH, but I think the style in which SRH won, that was surprising. 8 wickets, excellent, and the youngsters beating experienced. It is what it is. From Chennai's point of view, they will be very disappointed again with the bat. Apart from Moin Ali, not much contribution there. Jadeja with a slight cameo, but Dhoni, Bravo. Even I felt the likes of Gaikwad, Uthappa didn't capitalize on their starts. Gaikwad is not having that season so far, but sometimes he does pick up towards the end of the season. So let's see what happens. Let's give him that season and then judge him. But I think things not looking good for Chennai right now. Even their bowling, they don't have that experience. They're really missing Deepak Chahar. They brought in Thiksana today, but you can't do much when you don't have that big of a score. Even 6 or 7 runs of an over is okay for the batting team, and they didn't look to take risks. So I think that's what they're missing, a bit of experience there. I think Chennai will have to go back to the drawing board. We'll have to make a few key decisions. Hopefully, they'll get Deepak Chahar back, and that will strengthen their team. But apart from that, it's not looking a bit bleak right now. From Sunrise's point of view, it's now about building from this. They'll get a lot of confidence from beating the defending champions, and I think they saw in the Lucknow game as well. There was an improvement from the first game to the Lucknow game, and then Lucknow game to this game. So now it's just about take one step at a time, and then it's a good experience for these youngsters, and they just need to continue to shine. There will be road bumps. It's not going to be clear for Sunrisers, but it's good to see that this young team is finally got off the mark. And as a Sunrisers fan, I'm filled with joy as well. And tomorrow's games is KKR versus Delhi Capitals, Shreyas Iyer versus Rishabh Pant. The battle begins. Shreyas Iyer playing against his old club that he used to captain, and now Pant is captaining that. That's going to be an exciting game. I think KKR favorites going into the game. They're winning more games. Yes, they haven't played to potential, but they have some match winners there who are changing the momentum and just like turning the game on its head. Whether it's Russell or Pat Cummins, and yeah, I think that's what it is with KKR. It's they might not dominate the whole game, but then they have those match winners, and that's why it's scary to play someone like against KKR because the match is never over. From Delhi's point of view, Nokia is slowly getting back into rhythm. It's going to take him time. He looks rusty. He's coming back out of an injury. Batting wise as well, they need David Warner to fire along with Shaw, who's in good form, and they'll need that middle order as well. Rishabh Pant. And even the lower middle who played well in the first game, Akshar Patel and the likes, they need them to come and chip in. But I think that top of four needs to fire. Robin Powell at 3, will it work? Will it not work? Let's see what happens. But I think, if Warner and Shaw can get them off to a start, then they can put KK under pressure. I'm tipping Delhi in this game just because I felt that they've already got a few losses and they will be desperate to win this. And someone like a Warner or even a Pant, Shaw can step up. But it's going to be hard to beat this KKR team. KKR have looked good. I've been surprised with KKR this season. I felt there were holes in this team, but they're covering it very nicely, and they're not in full flow, but they're winning games. That's what you want. Daniel in the house, what's up, man? Congratulations on RCB win and Sunrisers win as well. So great day for both of us. Really good to see the way RCB is playing. I think with the bat and the ball, their batting looks really, really good now. With Maxwell coming in, Dinesh Karthik there, and Kohli getting some runs under his belt, Anuj Rawat getting runs under his belt. So yeah, RCB looking good. But I was talking about Delhi, KKR. I'm just going to tip Delhi for this just because I feel that they need to get a win, but it's not going to be easy. KKR have some brutal match winners there, and I was just talking about Shreyas Iyer. His captaincy has been outstanding. He's been really impressive, and I think he's made KKR go that extra step. And we saw that with Morgan last season, and now Iyer is doing that as well. And you have match winners like that. It's going to be difficult. Daniel's asking, no guest today. No guest, unfortunately, but they will come. They might join me in a bit. Otherwise, tomorrow they will join me for sure. And it's just weekend, so it's a bit difficult to gather everyone's routine. But they will come back, and they need a break as well. They'll be joining me every day, so they need that good break. At the second game of tomorrow, it's going to be Rajasthan. Let me just check the schedule over here. Rajasthan versus Lucknow Super Giants. It's going to be a big, big game. Both teams in good form. Rajasthan losing their last game, but they have a really good squad. That bowling attack of Prasidh Krishna, Trent Bolt, then Chahalan, Ashwin, and they have a really good bowling attack. But I just feel that Ashwin needs to step up his game. That's going to be something that Rajasthan will have to look at. His overs will be attacked. From Lucknow's point of view, KL Rahul has done a really good job, but I think he's had that squad as well. I think the auction was excellent for Lucknow, and they're looking like that team to beat right now. There are a few gaps here and there, but now with Stoinis coming back in, they look even stronger. He might step in for Lewis. I don't know exactly how he's going to come in, but I think for Lucknow, the main thing for them is Badoni. The way he's performed, he's allowed everybody else to flourish as well, and he's plug that gap in that batting order, and now it gives the freedom to KL Rahul, Quinton de Kock to play freely on tops because they know they have Badoni there, they have Krunal Pandya, they have Deepak Hooda, they have 3-4 finishers, Holder as well. That's 4 finishers there, so that gives that opportunity, the freedom for Quinton and Rahul to attack, and then whoever's batting one down, whether it's a Lewis or Stoinis, they can also attack. The top order of both teams have full momentum. Yes, Rajasthan as well, Josh Butler, Sanju Samson, there's Jaiswal there, Padikkal. But I think from Rajasthan's point of view, Samson, that consistency, he needs to get that consistency. And he performs well in the first game of every IPL season, but then he tapers off a bit. I want to see him continue to score runs, even if it takes him a bit of time to settle, like a few deliveries or anything like that. He just needs to play that long innings and continue there. With Butler in this kind of form, if Samson can get going, Rajasthan will be dangerous, and they have the bowling as well now to support. So even if you don't have to hit 200 every game, even if you have 160, 170, this bowling attack can defend. Daniel, you're saying it's going to be a high-scoring match. If it's a good wicket, it will be a high-scoring match. But both teams have explosive batting, and we saw even Lucknow chasing that 210, right? Quinton at the top, the way he started, and then Badoni finished it. So they have both teams have stacked batting. I think Rajasthan also have a excellent finisher in Hetmyer. His form has been really good. So let's see how that goes. And we know and we know that he can get started. Yeah, for sure. Um, but yeah, I think it's going to be a close game tomorrow. I don't know who to go for. I'm just the thing is, even Lucknow's bowling is really good with Ravi Bishnoi there, Avish Khan in outstanding form, Holder there as well. So both teams have very good bowling. It's going to be tough call. Let's say super over and then the Rajasthan win. Let's go with that and then see what happens. That's my bold prediction, Daniel. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. It was a good day of cricket. Two games tomorrow. We have two games as well. So make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned for the latest content. We'll get you the latest news tomorrow as well. It's going to be hopefully two exciting games. And yeah, until then, take care. Take care of yourself, Daniel. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry, I have to go, but I will catch you tomorrow. What about Liverpool versus City? Yeah, massive game. Before we go, Man City versus Liverpool. It's potentially a title deciding game at the Etihad Stadium. Two of the best teams in the last 2-3 years right now in the world, going head to head. Two great managers. It's going to be an exciting game. It's very tough for me as a United fan to see these two doing so well and United doing so poorly. But yeah, let's just hope for a draw, like a 4-4 or 5-5. But I think. It's going to be good. Game City slight favorites, Daniel, just because they're playing at home, and also the way KDB's been playing these days. He's been on fire. Salah is not after that African Cup. He looks a bit tired. He's not on that level. If he can up his game, then the thing. But Liverpool also have Diaz. They have more squad depth now. They're playing against City with more depth. They can also make substitutions now. Before it was that front three and that's it. But now they have substitutes off the bench. So yeah. Daniel, you have Tarawih at the same time. Don't worry, you can catch the game right after Tarawih. You can either record it or come back and watch it, like rewind it and watch it. Don't worry, it'll be fun whenever you watch it. It's not a big deal. I've also missed games for Tarawih and stuff. Don't worry about it. You can come back and watch, and it's going to be a great game though. Excited for that and the cricket. There's so much sports to look forward to, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining and take care.